also be taking a look at the forecast. Of course, a little hazy sunshine this evening. We are going to see the marine layer return tomorrow morning, but inland, oh, it's going to be hot. I'll have the details coming up today, and there was a slight fire earlier this afternoon there. Luckily, though, it was contained very quickly, thank goodness, and we didn't have any winds to worry about. But yes, we are definitely moving towards that season. In the meantime, now let's go ahead and take a look outside, and that's why you're seeing these clouds up here up above the mountains. In the meantime, though, let's go ahead and take a look at what we can expect. Shallow marine layer, coastal low clouds and fog, but again, it is going to get really warm inland. And as we take a look at the visible satellite, we can look at that pattern and look how far inland the marine layer extended, but it's already retreated back over the coast, and things along the coast are actually a little bit hazy. Still have a little bit of moisture in the atmosphere, but not quite as much. 68 degrees right now in Oxnard, 76 for Camarillo, 89 in Van Nuys, 76 in downtown Los Angeles. And as we head towards the Inland Empire, temperatures there are still in the low 90s and triple digits if you are in Palm Springs. In the meantime, overnight lows not going to be too bad. Going to be rather mild. We're looking at 62 if you're in Oxnard, 61 in Simi Valley, likewise for the Woodland Hills area. But as we head further inland, Newhall, 68 will be your overnight low tonight, 65 in Palmdale, likewise in Pomona, the same in Ontario. And as we continue to head out towards the mountains, we're looking at 53 tonight in Big Bear, so not going to be too terribly warm out there. All right, 7-day forecast going to pan out like this. Again, tomorrow morning, we are going to see those gray clouds along the LA coastal basin. Tomorrow will be the hottest day of the week at 86. We're going to start to see those temperatures fall on Friday, and they will continue to fall over the weekend as a trough of low pressure returns out of the Pacific Northwest. That will cool us down. Will also give us a drier northwesterly flow. We'll see more cloud cover. It moves back into the region on Monday. We're going to start to see those temperatures move back into the low 90s. All right, that's look at your 7-day forecast. I'll be back with more. Guys, back to you for now.
All right, Vera, thanks for that.
And Cher, of course, we'll be taking a look at the forecast. It's Wednesday, almost ready for the weekend. Well, I'll have your weekend forecast coming up, and that, of course, includes the rest of the 7-day.
This heat wave going on, Vera.
Yeah, you know, and the funny thing about it, Cher, is that the heat wave is only in some areas along the coast. It barely warmed up, and that's because we had that marine layer. It was really shallow, which means it was really close to the ground, but it was really dense. So it never really cleared out in many areas, and then when it finally did, it was already like the late afternoon, so it didn't warm up all that much. LA coastal basin, in fact, didn't even make it to the average. The average this time of year is supposed to be 85 degrees. We only made it to 81, but in parts like the San Fernando Valley and Palmdale, Lancaster, triple digits. So some areas did get pretty hot, Cher. You're right about that. 76 in downtown Los Angeles. Still, right at this moment, 93 degrees in Riverside, 68 along the coast in Oxnard, and 89 in Van Nuys. As we take a look at the satellite radar picture, ridge of high pressure spinning over the four corners, pulling in some of this little monsoonal moisture. The sinking air associated with that high is drying the atmosphere out, giving us less cloud cover and warmer temperatures. Along the coast, however, we are going to see more of that marine layer once again tomorrow. It's going to make it into some areas inland, like maybe Irvine, downtown Los Angeles, but any further east than that, probably not going to happen. So east of the mountains and along our valleys, it's going to get really warm again tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow is set to be the hottest day of the week. As we take a look at the future cast, this is what's going to happen to that ridge of high pressure. Did you see over the weekend, Friday into Saturday, it's going to shrink and it's going to move to the southeast once again. And it's going to give room for this trough of low pressure to inch into our area. So once again over the weekend, things are going to cool down slightly, and it's because that trough out of the Pacific Northwest is going to make its way in. Look at all these triple digits: Newhall, Lancaster, Palmdale, Simi Valley, 100, El Monte, 100, 91 in Anaheim, 98 in Pomona. But take a look at our coastal communities. 85 in Long Beach, and that's only because the thermometer in Long Beach is actually a little bit further inland because it's at the Long Beach airport. But along the coast, it's not going to get quite as warm. I'm thinking about 80 degrees if you are in Long Beach at the coast. 76 for Santa Monica, 76 in Newport Beach. Just beautiful if you want to head out to the beach. All right. 7-day forecast for the San Fernando Valley and the San Gabriel Valley, we're looking at 104 by tomorrow. And this is mainly going to be along the West San Fernando Valley. 96 on Friday, and here's that trough. It's going to re-enter the region. We're going to start to see those temperatures come down. We'll see the return of the marine layer, which is why we'll see those morning clouds. And that trough will really return in earnest on Sunday. But then it's going to exit very quickly because on Monday, we're going to start to see those temperatures increase once again and back into the valleys. We are looking at triple digits once again. Inland Empire 98 tomorrow, upper 80s by the time the weekend rolls around, so perfect for a hike. All right, that's a look at your 7-day forecast. We'll be right back. Absolutely, Cher. In fact, you want to know what's really interesting is that we did have some areas make it into the triple digits, but in other areas, the sun barely showed its beautiful rays. And this is why that marine layer is just, it's been keeping the coastal areas very cool. That ridge of high pressure is still building into our southeast, and that's why tomorrow we're still going to see temperatures very hot into the triple digits, as Sharon mentioned, especially in the West Valley. But over the next couple of days, this is what's going to happen. We are going to see a cool down because this ridge of high pressure is going to move back towards the southeast, and as it does, it is going to give way for this trough of low pressure to swing in. So even though we're going to see temperatures soar tomorrow, Friday we're going to start to see things cool down. And then by the weekend, take a look at these temperatures. If you're planning a weekend trip to San Diego, you can expect 73 degrees. In Palm Springs, just barely over 100, 104 as compared to tomorrow when it's going to be over 111. And then by the time the weekend rolls around, downtown Los Angeles back to 80 and 93 for Palmdale. We'll have the rest of your forecast, including that 7-day, in just a few minutes. Guys, back to you. That marine layer inching its way back on shore once again tonight. Along the coastal areas, it is going to remain mild, but inland, it is going to get hot. Triple digits for many areas and lots of upper 90s as well. Right now, or actually no, today we reached a high of 81 degrees over downtown Los Angeles. See what I mean? Some areas below average. That's below average. We should be right around 85. But in Lancaster and Palmdale, 102. The average for you this time of year is 98. So we have a little bit of everything. Right now, 67 degrees over downtown Los Angeles, 78 in Riverside, 63 in Oxnard, and 75 for Van Nuys. That ridge of high pressure is still with us. It's going to be with us through tomorrow. And as you can see, it's going to be hot, especially for our inland areas. We are going to see a few clouds develop over the mountains and the deserts. We're also going to feel a little bit muggy tomorrow because of that moisture. Not enough to produce any thunderstorms over the mountains and the deserts, but enough to just make it a little uncomfortable. All right, take a look at these highs. Look at all of these triple digits from the Ojai Valley all the way to Lancaster and Palmdale. We're looking at 102 degrees. For much of the Inland Empire, we're looking at mid to upper 90s, and along the coast, we're looking at low 70s. 104 in the San Fernando Valley tomorrow. Then remember that ridge starts to break down on Friday, and it will really start to shift to the east by the time Saturday rolls around, and that's why temperatures are going to drop. We'll see the return of the morning clouds, and it will stay that way, and 80 exactly by the time Saturday and Sunday roll around. All right, that's a look at your 7-day.